Right, good morning Tom, it's the 1st of September, Monday morning, and I'm out in the garden having a bit of a change round, planning for next year, and at the moment I'm in the throes of dismantling the old swing, which is of course been a few years. And of course I used it for 2 of the hanging baskets and 2 of the wall baskets, but I'm taking this down now and relocating the baskets for next year, and the 2 hanging baskets are going on this wall here where the downstairs loo window is. I put those 2 brackets up yesterday, so they'll be housing the actual hanging baskets, and then the small baskets are going to go under the kitchen window and ultimately under the living room window. The 2 baths are going to be used for the gladioli, because I put them in these boxes here and they aren't deep enough, so I'm going to move those. I've got to cut these down to the bottom here where the last flower is, chop that off, the top off, and then leave the rest of the bottom leaves on. The arum lily down here is going to be split, as is the one near the back door, and of course the asters. They're just beginning to die away now, so I've got 4 pots of those to do. Oh yes, the other thing is I'm moving this box down here that's got gladiola in, and that's going to go in front of the garage. Anyway, in a minute we'll have a look down in the potting shed and show you my new basket liners. Right Tom, well that's got the old swing demolished. I'll save these bits of wood. You never know, they might come in for something, and these 4 legs here will come in for something else, so we won't be throwing them away. So it'll be a matter of getting the bit of concrete up from each hole and then filling the hole with some soil, which I've got down here. So anyway, we'll have a look down on the down near the on the potting shed. Go to the potting shed, get my words all mixed up. Got some more soil the other day for that bit of garden. That's where all my seeds are going to go. My wildflowers, my fox gloves and my poppies and stuff like that. Some of them will go there. So we'll go into the potting shed and I'll show you the new liners. Right, well these are the new liners, and they're just a touch too big. I couldn't get the size I wanted for my baskets. They didn't have any in stock, but I got a bigger one and I've just cut them down a little bit. These are the ones for the big baskets, the wall baskets, and they just, as you can see, they just protrude over the top. But I might leave them. I've done 2 baskets. Put myself on again. I've cut down onto, cut the tops off 2 baskets, but the other ones are down here. So I'm maybe tempted to leave it, because the idea for next spring, as far as these are concerned, is instead of planting 2 and 3, well, I put about 3 plants in, I'm going to get just one variety, and put them in each basket. I haven't decided which, but I've got an idea. In fact, I've got some labels over here. Here we are. Yeah. I'm thinking about putting some petunias in, because they do spread, and they do hang over a little bit. So I might leave trimming those others off, as a second thought to what I did yesterday. It's all experimentation, like I've said before. You've sometimes got to make the best of not a bad job, but maybe a bit of an awkward job. If I'd have got the right size, if they'd had them in stock, I'd have got them. Excuse me, but just swallowed a chocolate biscuit. So that's those, and the rest are down there. So as the baskets come free and as the plants die off, they'll come in here, get relined, all ready for next spring. So we'll just go down and have a look at the other little shed, because I mentioned that I was getting that re-roofed, hopefully in the next month or so. I've been in touch with Neil, the joiner that's going to come and do it, but I've had to chop back a lot of branches off the copper beech tree, so I'll go down and show you that. So right, we're just going under this great big cobweb. I've just had to waft it out of my way. So this is what we've done. We've chopped these off, so we have room to work on that roof. So that's where they've all come from, up there. They're hanging way over the top. So that's another job we have to sort out before winter. I just hope they get the chance to come. Now I've got all this lot done. I have been in touch and they said they'd come and have a look. So I did this last week, and then another job we have to do is replace this fence panel here. I've chopped a bit of that edge back, so that's another job. The panel is just there. That's the replacement panel. And then next spring, all this lot here, it'll die off over winter, and I'll just drag it out and it'll go through the shredder, and Bob's your uncle. So there we go. Never a dull moment. Let's get rid of me again. This panel wants replacing as well, but there's a big edge behind it, so I'm not too worried at the moment. So there we go. That's what we're faced with that shrub there in front of the caravan to cut. We've got the front edge to do. So my sunflowers up here, that big pot there, got blown over with the wind. It's fairly windy today. It's going to rain this afternoon, but that's got wedged at the side of the bath, so it won't fall over. But there's still five of them still flowering away, so still a bit of colour, which is nice into September. All is not sort of completely died away, so there we are. That's what we're going to do. Okay, see you later.